Hello, Bill Hayes again. Well, guys, today I'm going to give shooting tips for those of us that are a little bit less fortunate than others, okay? That's people who have injuries, a little bit of a handicap from old age or young age or whatever. I'm going to see if I can help you shoot a little bit better as well, okay? First of all, you want to start with the slingshot that you use. Pick a slingshot that's extremely comfortable to you, one that you like, okay? One of them that seems to fit your style and what you do. There's two different types of ways to do that. That can be your bands shooting so they shoot the shot through the forks like this, or the bands set up so that they go over the top like this. I'm going to start with through the forks and then go with over the top. With the through the forks set up like this, you want to take your top band and draw a line on it. So it's like this, okay, dead centered on it. You see that line? So it's dead centered. And you want to use as light of bands as you can get away with too, because you're doing this for practice and for learning how to do the form, not going out and hunting or anything. You're doing this as a training type tool. Next thing is, you want to know how to load your pouch, okay? You load your pouch, take your ball obviously. You load your pouch by putting it dead center in the pouch like this, manipulating it with your fingers, and then holding your finger like this. Now, how you hold it in your fingers is also very important, okay? If you hold it against the bone right here and against the finger, the thumb like that, so it's right here, you get 2 points of contact, the finger and the thumb. So by doing that, I can accidentally sometimes be a little bit off this way, left, or to the right. Just 1 millimeter difference right here means it'll be off by almost 1.25 inches over there at the target. So you want to be as consistent as possible in your release. So what I like to do is I like to use the joint right here. So I put my ball where the joint is, and that holds it here. That gives it 3 points of contact. Right here, and then the thumb, and that gives you a very, very consistent release. If you're holding it with your thumb up like this, you want your thumb to be in line with the shot like this, not up, not down, but dead in line like this. And what helps that happen is the alignment of your elbow. So if your elbow is in line with your bands like this, you're going to have a good clean shot, good clean release. See, I'm holding by the ball in the pouch there, not holding in front of the pouch, but I'm holding the ball in the pouch like this. If I have my elbow too high, it'll tend to push down, and when it's released, that'll kind of kick the ball down a little bit, so it'll go low over there at the target side. If I lower my elbow too much this way, it tends to raise my thumb up right here, which causes too much finger on it, and it acts like a bump right there, like a speed bump, and then kind of kicks the ball up at the end. So the ideal is to have your thumb in line, and to do that is to have your elbow in line. And so when you pull, that's in line there. Now when you're released, now watch how the release goes. That's all there is to it. You just release as nice and easy as possible. Don't go, ow, like that. Don't do any crazy type of movements on or anything. From here, you release, just release. That's it, okay? From here, when I'm shooting, I'm like this, and I want to pull back, and I want the top band to make the bottom band disappear. So I'm here like this, aim, and then fire. So for you looking at the camera, I'm here like this, top band disappears. I've got my line on top of my band right here, going to aim directly at my target that I'm aiming at, aim like that, and that's done. All right, so what if I have a kink in my shoulder, or my elbow hurts, or something like that? A good tip is to use something like a tripod or a stick to help support your arm. In other words, you're going to bench rest your shot, okay? Same way you probably learned when you were a child to shoot a gun, whether a pistol or a rifle, where you had to learn how to shoot by lining up the rear sides with the front side like this. Your daddy, your mama, whoever taught you how to shoot, probably had you do it out of the back of a pickup truck, and had you rest the gun on the side of the pickup truck and use that as a rest, so that you can learn and concentrate on just aligning the sights and pulling the trigger. Same thing for your slingshot, okay? So when you're shooting with your slingshot here, and you're just learning, and you do have a little bit of a a little bit of a problem, but you still want to learn how to shoot real well, use something like this. Take your slingshot, set it up so that you got a good stance, standing sideways to your target, and just line it up and hold it right here just as if you're going to shoot it. Make sure that you have the right height. I preset mine a while ago, so I'm already there. And then, once you're ready to shoot, everything's at the right height. You load your pouch, you pull, and you notice what I'm going to do here is my thumbnail is going to go right here to my cheekbone, just under my eye, and the thumb knuckle, this part right here, is going to go in line with my cheekbone. So I'm going to here like this, I'm going to hold it like this. This simulates a cheek weld like you do on your rifle. Like you have a Monte Carlo stock on your rifle, where you hold it down and you weld it all together with your aim like that while you're aiming. That's the same way you want to do on your slingshot here. Okay, so I'm here, I want to aim, put it here. I have a pretty good amount of force on it. This holds this in line so it doesn't shake at all. And then my front hand, if I'm just holding it out here, of course it's going to have a little bit of shake, but we're going to cheat and bench rest it right now. Okay, so from here, I bench rest it, go here, aim at my target, and I shoot just right beside it because that's how I do things. I missed usually the first shot. So, I make sure my ball is centered properly. Top band is over the bottom band. I pull, look at my target, and that time I hit it dead center. Once you've done this enough times, once you're able to hit that thing like 20 times in a row or so, then you're going to go to the next level, okay? So I'm here like this, I'm able to hit it like every time I shoot. I'm bench resting it. Bench resting is also good in that it separates your variables, okay? So variables, what I mean is the weight of your bands, that's a variable. Your front hand, how you hold it, that's a variable. Your back hand, how you hold it, that's a variable. The angle of your elbow, that's a variable. Your release, that's a variable. All these things are variables, but it helps to reduce variables on the shooting hand right here, on this hand, on the holding hand, and that allows you then to break down and to really work on things that are wrong with your shot too. So even people who are not having a problem, they can use this tip as well. So from here, put it down right there, you aim at your target, and then you hit it again. Elbow in line, something like that. Now, once you're able to hit that thing just consistently over and over and over again, then what you do is you unlock it and you lower it a little bit, just a couple of inches. So what you want to do is, now it's lowered, is to make sure everything, all your mechanics are exactly correct again. From here, now lift up, and you're holding it under your own muscle strength now, and then shoot it. So now, once you've been able to graduate from holding it under your own muscle strength, you use all your own muscle strength. Okay, you don't just start with a rest and then hold it for a couple of seconds. You start low like this, bring it up, aim, and then hit your target. And then once you can do that almost every time, well, you're going to be a world champion. Okay. Hey guys, over the top and through the forks work are basically almost exactly the same. So right here we have one of the Chinese slingshots, and this has the adjustable sights on it. And we're going to have these on our website as well. Load this up, shoot it. There's your target. Put it on your target, and you hit that. It's the same concept exactly. Top band makes the bottom band disappear. Make sure everything's in line. Put your sight on your target. Release when everything's right. Well, guys, that's about it. And if there's any other questions or anything, don't hesitate. Just let me know if you're having any problems. I'll see what I can do to help you out. All right, you have a good day, and thank you again.